had a graduation. That's why my dope cost stagnating. And for a bag of bass, I get a bass head to bash your face in. To get the cake, I grab an apron and turn 500 grams to a brick. No exaggeration. I switch my hustle up, but I can still double up and make a couple bucks. The block jumping like double dutch. But the thoughts are going broke. You need to.
Yo, man, Dmx, man, back into rehab, man, out of nowhere. He was about to come out with an album. He was doing all these photo shoots. He was supposedly have all these features and interviews and all these, tour dates coming up, and now all this stuff has to be canceled. He's back into rehab. Shit just got real. People close, sources close, and label mates, all of that is saying that he went into rehab to prevent him from relapsing. They saying he went into rehab to prevent him from relapsing. Sources close to Dmx is saying this, but a lot of people, on the other hand, is saying he already relapsed long before he checked into rehab. And they put a lot of money behind him. He was about to come out with this amazing album this fall or whatever, Christmas album or Thanksgiving album, something he was about to do. And he had a lot of tour dates set up, a lot of interviews. He even had merch coming out and everything, and now all of that is being put on hold because he's in rehab right now. A lot of people don't know this, but people are definitely saying he been relapsed months before. People are saying he was even actually high at the photo shoots that you seen come through that went viral and all that. And if you really think about it and look at his eyes, he was. There was a bunch of stuff, bunch of talk about that. Dmx been in and out of jail. A lot of people saying he was smoking crack. When you mix smoking crack with with aggressiveness and hardcore hip hop lyrics, all kind of stuff can go many different ways. Dmx had it, man. Dmx is out here. He can have access to any drug he want at one time. He was out here running red lights, smoking blunts in the middle of traffic, beating midgets up. It didn't matter if he was disabled, if he was a child. If Dmx felt disrespected by you in any way, he will definitely fuck you up bad. Dmx is not playing, and he's never been playing. So he started off this year very strong. January 1st, 2019, Dmx woke up and said, I'm not gonna go down that path anymore, and he stayed sober for a very long time, for maybe like 5 or 6 months. After a while, he gradually started to use small amounts of crack cocaine and other stuff on the side, non-mentionables and stuff like that. But it was all flowing. If you could find that magic and get that perfect balance of doing music and crack cocaine and tour dates and magazine covers and all that, you can make a lot happen with that if you master the balance of that. He already did it before a few times. You gotta remember, man, Dmx had platinum albums, #1 hits, #1 records, movies, a bald head. He had all of that. He had the Rough Riders. The first time I ever seen the Locks, they were standing next to Dmx. He had Eve. Movies, everything. The Voice. There's a few people out there that say he was like him and like Ja Rule and a few other people, even 50 and stuff. But there's a few people saying like he was just like another version of Tupac and he stole like Tupac swag and stuff. But then it's also the people who just love Dmx and they 100% disagree with that. Yes, I see the similarities. I seen it. voice, the bald head, the bandanas. I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen DMX, I thought he was Tupac in the Jay-Z video. No, matter of fact, that wasn't DMX. I think that was Ja Rule. But anyway, I used to get them all mixed up. But they all came after Pac. But anyway, DMX, from the name, how many rappers you know had initials for a name? It's not a lot of them. I'm not talking about a group. It's a bunch of groups with initials for a name. I'm talking about a rapper with just initials for a name. That was dope. The music, the hits he had, the style, the movies and all that, DMX definitely served his purpose in the rap game. That's why they was trying to bring him back out. But when you smoking crack and you mixing other kind of activities, a lot of stuff can go wrong. They say he was still trying to like bring the stuff to the studio. He had a lot of people on his new album that was coming out, and you know it's 2019. You can send songs and verses. DMX wanted to work with everybody personally in the studio like it was 96 again. And you know, a lot of people saying that, man. They saying the change in him when he started rocking dark shades and turtlenecks. People knew something might be going on. This might be a relapse situation. And they invested a lot of money into the Dark Man Next. I think that's what it stands for. But you know, DMX, man, he been caught with a lot of different things. He been in and out of jail. He been a gospel artist. He's been a gangster rapper. He's been all kind of different things all into one, man. He loves dogs. DMX is a very special case, and he should be respected and accepted. You gotta give guys like DMX a chance. But if you think about it, this is shaping up to be something crazy. I can already see it. It's getting really crazy right now. We already heard DMX, how he sounds in his prime. And when he first came out, when he was like pretty much one of the best artists out at the time, we already know how he was and how he wrote his music when he went to jail. And when he came out of jail, the music he was writing and the music he came out with. Can you imagine the bars he writing in rehab right now? We about to get those fresh rehab bars. We about to get rehab bars right now. This album is gonna have a little bit of everything on there. It's gonna have DMX when he was smoking crack cocaine. It's gonna have DMX when he was recovering from crack cocaine. It's gonna have DMX, because don't forget, he relapsed actually a few months ago. He was writing lyrics and songs through that process. Can you imagine how the music sounds the first night he smoked crack cocaine again? Can you imagine how good that sounds? That probably lasted a very long time, and he probably was able to knock out. I seen the interview. He said he did 10 songs in like 3 hours. I seen another interview. Everybody was sitting down. He was the only one standing up in the interview. DMX is that guy. He's a legend. I can only imagine what he's penning together right now behind the rehab. He's about to come back. Everybody got their fresh out, first day out of jail. So if he came out with a first day back out of rehab, that would be ridiculous. We need this album from DMX. And the fact that he went to rehab is going to give us 3 DMXs on the same album. And I think it's going to make for one of the greatest classics of all time. Sober DMX is going to be on this album. I'm doing drugs and smoking crack cocaine in the moment. DMX is going to be on this album. And I'm in rehab and I'm sober. DMX is going to be on the album. We got to check it out, man. Free DMX from rehab. Facts.
Gotta keep it real.
Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. bricks, man, I having that. Riding in that Maserati and that shit is jet black. Fuck you niggas talking about I been getting cash, ho. Have my head, man, come and shoot you in the asshole. Pause, no homo. Bitch, I'm with that mob shit. Fuck around and cut your head off. Hang it by your dick. Never gave a fuck. Bitch, I'm filthy rich. And I'm connected with 50 bricks. Told